So you can see where we stand right now as we get ready here for round two. We've got our JCB Dirt Squad out there. Big shout out to them, and of course, Ross JCB. Casey, you know, we see Kevin Crocker and Megalodon hooked up right now. He wasn't able to be into round one, but we're entering into round two here at JCB Racing.
Yeah, that's right. He wasn't even able to start his truck, so they're hooking him right now to take him back to the pits. Is it an electrical issue? Is it the starter? Is it something with the remote ignition interrupter? We don't know. As soon as that truck is back in the pits and I hear word, I will let you know what I have found out on Megalodon. But Kate, the racing competition is heating up out here. Something that I've noticed in the right lane is that when the trucks come out of the berm, a lot of the time they're coming out of the berm crooked. So I don't know if it's how the ramp is built. I don't know if it's really slick out there on the track, but that's definitely something that I'm noticing in the blue lane. What do you see from out there at your vantage point?
I'm absolutely gonna have to say yes to that too, because I'm seeing them hike up a little bit. Now I'm closer only to the blue lane, but I have a great advantage point there to the gray lane. Now yesterday I also thought that was what we saw yesterday. I saw everyone hike up really high on that gray lane, but for whatever reason we're seeing that now on the blue lane. But regardless, it is nice to see that the blue lane there is a little bit faster for each of these drivers. Do you think that's going to be the lane choice as we move farther into this bracket?
You know, okay, that's a great question. So far, 2 races have been won in the left lane, 1 race has been won in the right lane, but it really is anybody's game at this point. I think something interesting about this track too is that, you know, our drivers, this tends to be a longer track. It's the same layout that we've seen, but lengthwise it's a little bit longer. And so I think the initial thought is to lay on the throttle around that final corner, but that carries you deeper into the turn. Today, we're starting to see the drivers slow down a little bit, take that final corner a little bit tighter, and it seems like we're seeing faster pass times up there on the video.
Now, if you were driving Casey, would you be picking the blue lane or the gray lane?
At this point, I just have a better view of the blue lane, so I feel like I'm more familiar with it. But I know that over there on the left lane or the gray lane, 4 races have been won in that lane here today. So, hey, it's anybody's game at this point. I'm excited to see what happens as we advance further in the racing bracket.
Absolutely. I do want to ask you though, really quickly, when it comes to that berm, would you go higher or would you try to stay as low as possible?
I think because it's slippery out there, I think that they can kick that back end up a little bit higher on the berm and kind of lose that momentum a little bit. So I think that that might help carry momentum throughout the race course, but we're going to see what's going to end up being the most time valuable outcome on the track.
Sounds good to me. All right, we're going to get ready here for round 2 in just a moment.
This is round 2 of JCB Racing. The fastest 4 drivers have advanced to this round, and they're going to compete against the 4 drivers who had that automatic buy-in, but only 4 can make it to the semi-final round. Who's ready for more JCB Racing?
All right, we've got Tyler Menninger, Gravedigger in the gray lane, advancing on there to round 2. And for the first time this afternoon in the blue lane, it's Don Pointer, Jurassic Attack. He was last night's racing winner. This is a great head-to-head matchup we are just seeing here in round 2. Who will this dance on? Time to go racing! Thunder Wars advance on here into the semifinal round. There won't be an official time there, so the lane choice will go to Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger.